What is going on, guys? This is Jason of Auglitical. I swim through the politics so you don't drown too. I'm just a man trying to bring common sense in a world where common sense isn't so common. I, 26 female, rejected a friend I like, a 23-year-old male, several times over due to some age gap and friendship code. Did I fuck things up? Can things still get turned back around? I mean, you're only 3 years older than him. I mean, okay, let's get into it. I have been friends with this person for 5 years now. So let me see. So when you was 21, he was, yeah, at no point is it not okay. I mean, what, at the youngest, he was probably what? Oh. Oh, so you caught him right after he was 17. Okay. We met through a university organization where we got really close, both emotionally and physically. The fuck does that mean? Because of the nature of our activities we did together, we shared water bottles. Oh wow, y'all sharing water bottles, huh? Quarter waters. I heard that's what my parents, our great parents used to do back in the day when they used to have those quarter waters and juices. They used to share those on the steps of where their homes were. Back in the day when you were able to do those kind of things. Um, Most of us in the dance org do held hands. Bro, y'all technically married. Well, yo, all of this shit that you say here, y'all technically married. Hold on. Hold on. Let me read this again. Hold up. We met through a university organization where we got really close, both emotionally and physically. Because of the nature of our activities we did together, we shared water bottles, held hands, when dancing, hugged. Okay, hugging is weird. I don't if I'm with a girl, I don't want her hugging up on dudes. I know that Spanish women, they love to hug up on each other, and I think that and do that kissy kiss, playful kissy kiss shit. That shit does not. I'm not Spanish, and I'm not cool with that shit. You gonna respect me, lady? I mean, Can you imagine dating a Spanish person? And that's the thing that they do. I can understand family members, like actual family members, but uh Cause when I got done dirty by a Spanish girl, bro, and I was with her, the same motherfucker that I had the fucking spidey sense going something's wrong, and they was doing that kissy kiss shit. It was a smooth transition because she was already always doing the same things. It was just one step a little further. Anyway, held hands when hugging, dance, and meetings and people. Even our coach would tease us about having chemistry. Yo, this whole thing is crazy, bro. Just the first paragraph of this shit is crazy. You rejected somebody after you've been sharing water bottles, you've been hugging, you've been holding hands, you've been doing, but you had a boyfriend. Yo, this is wild, bro. After an intense training period ended, I didn't see R as much. Okay, so she named him R. Okay. Fast forward to the pandemic, and our friend group from the org stayed in touch online. R and I, along with a few others, became really close, gaming and chatting every day, narrowing our circle to the current small group that we have up to this day. During that time, R confessed his feelings for me, but I turned them down because I was still with my boyfriend of 7 years. I thought of R as some kind of little brother, and I didn't want to ruin our friendship. After that, I started questioning if I treated him differently, hoping I hadn't let him on. Look, some women, I don't think that this is wrong. I think that you did the right thing, but at the same time, you knew you was getting a little bit too close to him when it came down to that type of thing. You Other people already noticed it, and that's on you if you didn't notice it before. Like, you know what? Fuck it. You groomed that boy. We gotta play it straight down the center. You groomed that boy. That boy was 17 and you snatched him up. You goddamn cougar. She's only 6 years older. She's literally 6 years older. She's literally 3 years older than he. Eventually, I found out my boyfriend of 7 years had been cheating on me again. This time, he got another girl pregnant. Wow. After going through years of cheating, I finally ended it for good. My friends, including R, were there for me, distracting me with our usual routine. During that time, I could sense R still had feelings for me. I mean, So I mean, that's his shot. That's his fucking shot. You know what's so crazy about this? From what you're saying, it seems like as though you did everything straight to the code, right? Straight to code. You did everything straight to code. There may have been somebody else. You didn't give him extra leeway. You may have gotten a little bit too close, but you didn't cheat. You weren't doing things behind your boyfriend's back. And you didn't just up and leave your boyfriend. But now we're learning that your boyfriend of 7 years cheated on you once. I know girls, bro, who would say that they forgave you for some bullshit, like something small, break up with you over nothing just because they thought that they saw something better on the horizon and they were completely batshit wrong, and then try to get you back. In this case, I mean, okay, all right. I'm just saying, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Um, I could sense R still had feelings for me, so I made it clear I wasn't interested in romance. Okay, so you played yourself. I made it clear I wasn't interested in romance, especially not in my emotional state. He respected that and didn't bring it up again for some time. Wow, so this dude, so he did the first you don't succeed, first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. So he actually did the bullshit that women say, right? And listen, I'm not I'm not on the girl side, I'm not on the guy side, because in all honesty, you guys are doing the proper thing, right? As a man, he's showing you, fuck what you heard, I'm interested in you, right? That's what men are supposed to do. As the lady, you believe it or not, women have plenty of power. She said no. She said no more than twice at this point. And you know what? No means no. And he respects that. He's never stepped out of boundaries. But you clearly got some chemistry going on, girl. If other people can see it, yeah, a little bit too close. You know what I'm saying? But all right. My friend group started spending I'm sorry, my friend group started spending less time together as we got reconnected in the real world. But one time we had a party with some other friends and I got drunk. R automatically was the one who looked after me. Let's see what he does. But the next day, I was told R had been really I was told I've been really clingy towards him. People teased me about breaking my own rule or not getting romantically involved with friends and liking someone younger than me yet again. Context, my one and only ex was 2 years younger than me, and I'm kind of notorious for rejecting guy friends who attempt to make moves on me and cutting them off. I panicked and immediately told R to forget it, insisting I didn't have feelings for him, and it was just the alcohol. I felt terrible afterward and started questioning if I was being honest with him and myself. Well, as of right now, I would just say this is a rare case of reading a post from this is actually a good quality woman here. If this is this is a high quality, as of right now, this is a high quality woman. She's not ditching a slightly sinking ship. She hasn't done that. She's not she does a little bit things off, but they're not wrong, right? um and shit happens. All right. If I had anything to say, I would just say that in her eyes, maybe her being a little bit too close to this younger dude of 3 years, whatever, was kind of bad. But in her head, there's a lot of females that they don't pick up the cues that guys are picking up. And girls put down cues and guys don't pick them up. So hey, all right. But I mean, you getting drunk at a party. I know that shit probably tore that dude up, right? Because from what I'm hearing from what you wrote about this guy again, he's not overstepping his boundaries. He sounds like me. You know how many times I've had the opportunity to take advantage of women, and I just don't, even when they want me to. Even when they want me to, you just don't do it. And this shit actually reminds me. There was a girl that I really, really like, and I'm gonna call her H. There was a girl that I really, really like named H, of the Spanish variety. And this girl had an amazing booty. She looked good. She had a kid. I was very young at the time. I believe I was like 18. She was like 18, 19. She had a kid. I was young, in my prime, all of that. But she had a man, and I let it be known I liked her. Like, I was her friend and all of that stuff, but at some point I put my foot down. I was like, yo, I do like you though. Like I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't. And we can still be friends, but I do like you. And she shot me down multiple times. And mind you, she was the sweetest girl. She was funny as hell. Her personality was amazing to me. Like I was smitten by this girl. Not the smartest. She wasn't dumb, but she wasn't the smartest. And I was okay with, like, I was cool with that. Fine. That's nature balancing itself out. Because if she was crazy smart, she easily in my eyes would have been an 8 or a 9. And I remember one day she oh my god, now that I think about it, homegirl was an illegal. She had to be an illegal because she got a job off the books. Maybe she wasn't illegal. I don't know. But this was way, 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 way back in the day. This was like, god damn, this was like 10, 13 years ago or something like that. Right? Yeah, like 13, 14 years ago or something crazy like that. I just remember one day, um, she was extremely happy and I would come pick her up from work and then she would take the bus on over to another part of town or whatever like that. Um Part of the state or out of the state to go to her boyfriend. And she was drunk, you know? And I remember she was like, "Hey, Jay, I don't want to just directly go back immediately. Let's walk." And me, I'm like, "Okay, no problem." And I remember walking with this girl and then like she was clinging on to me. So I'm talking we walking and she's like doing the thing that girls do where they wrap their arm around you. And I'm sitting here like, oh, okay, but you did turn me down at one point. So I'm stuck in this thing where I'm like, hey, this is nice, but I'm not gonna play my hand and make myself look stupid because she already told me what it was, right? So all of these things that she's showing me, I gotta ignore these things out of respect for not only herself, but to protect myself from getting, from her shooting me down, look and making myself look like an idiot. But in the inside, I'm having a nervous breakdown, like, oh shit, is today the day? And I'm like, nah, I'm bugging. This is not happening. And I remember we talked, and we had a fucking deep ass. We was having a whole ass conversation for like 30 something minutes of us just walking around the same 2 blocks, literally just talking. And then when she said, "Okay, the bus is here," or whatever like that, and she looks me right in my eyes, and tells me, "Jay, kiss me." And I told her no. I was like, I can't. You're not in the. You're not. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to, and then turn around and you say that you weren't right or in the right state of mind. And she looked me dead in my face and told me, "Do you think that I won't remember this or something?" I remember, like, she literally confirmed that this is how she felt. And I said, "Tell me that tomorrow." You know what I'm saying? Tell me that tomorrow. Tell me that the next day. Next day came, and Shorty, I brought it up eventually. I don't think it was the first day. I think it was like the next 2 times me and her was around each other. And she told me straight up, she was like, "Don't bring it up. I was drunk and I don't want to talk about it." But she clearly knew. Clearly knew. You know what I'm saying? But again, not taking advantage of women. We don't do that over here. Even if in another situation a chick that I wanted to fuck told me that she was gonna suck me off, come on over because she needed help. She needed some money, and I was one of the few people that could have helped her out. And I always wanted this girl to give me the Gluck Gluck 9,000. And she said that she was gonna do it, and that I was like, oh shit. But when I went over there, I gave her the money and I walked off. And she said, "Oh, where are you going?" And I was like, "I'm not doing that with you because that's not that sounds like a fucking a nasty exchange. That's not what I want. I want you to want to do it. I don't want this under these conditions. The fuck do you take me for?" I actually felt a little bit disgusted after that. Getting back to the story, I'm sorry. But yeah. Um all right. People tease me about breaking my own rule of not getting romantically involved with friends and liking someone younger than me yet again. Blah, 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 blah. I panicked and immediately told R to forget about it, insisting I didn't have feelings for him and it was just the alcohol. I felt terrible afterward and started questioning if I was being honest to him and myself. Since then, R has been distant. Was nowhere near me for about 5 months, but would still meet the others separately. Yeah, he's protecting his heart, and he's also respecting you. It's probably hard as hell for him to be so close to you and not push the boundaries, because that's what he will ultimately wants. This man is a gentleman. And when he finally showed up, everything was unfamiliar. He's still nice, waiting for me when I fall behind, matching my pace when everyone's striding forward, but the closeness is gone. I don't know if it's guilt or if I actually like him, but something feels different every time I see him. And it's been like this between us for almost 2 years now. Still in the same circle of friends, coexisting, but never as close as we used to anymore. I think I may have rejected the person I like multiple times. I've been single for 3 years since my last relationship, and I've avoided new romantic encounters, which might be clouding my judgment about R. I'm torn between longing for our old closeness and questioning whether it's just a reaction to my loneliness. Yeah, I was gonna say that. She's probably just upset that she lost something that she had. She may not even like this dude, but I don't know. Let's continue. R has also kept single, to my knowledge, but I'm not sure if it's still related to the last time he said he wait for me. Oh god damn. R is also kept single to my knowledge, but I'm not sure if it's still related to the last time he said he wait for me, or if he's just keeping his relationship from us, if he has one. I don't know. I'm so confused. I worry that confessing my feelings might ruin what's left of our friendship. I fear that if I misjudge my emotions, I could make things even more awkward and distance between us. Did I fuck things up? Wow. Wow. Well. That is that is quite the conundrum. Cause I mean, damn, right? I mean, what do you like? What do you do in that situation? Like you played it. You went by the book, right? I mean, I think that you maybe had told him off a little bit too many times, but he listened to you. What do you want? He doesn't brag. If he is in a relationship, he's not bragging it. He doesn't want to hurt you, clearly. I mean, the closeness is gone, so he probably, I mean, goddamn. Anyway, Left on Reddit says you rejected him. He clearly has enough self-worth to give up and move on. Leave him alone. God damn, savage. I recently parted ways with someone I didn't have feelings for. I loved spending time with her and liked her a lot, but I knew I didn't like her like that. However, after she left, I missed her a lot. I think about her every day. It felt like I grew feelings for her when I realized I lost what we had, even though I didn't have those feelings when everything was perfect. I asked myself, would my feelings fade if I got her back? And everything returns to the way it was. It's possible. And then what? I just hurt her. The original poster says, "Oh no, I wonder if it's the same for me too. It's either a case of you only know you love him when you let them go, or we only want the things we can't have. The latter sounds diabolical. I hope it's not that." Same age, similar situation. It might very well be the same for you. It is diabolical, but it might just be true. I really hope not, but it's possible. The fastest way to find out whether it's true or not is to act selfishly and risk hurting someone who cares deeply about you. I'm not sure what I'll do when or if I can get her back, but it doesn't seem fair to them. It's tough. I mean, all right. Comfortable Bath replied, "Oh, the original poster says, I don't know about your situation, man, but based on what others are commenting, I'm just gonna have to suck it up. No action is worth trying when I'm not even sure of my own feelings." I mean, but are women ever sure of their own feelings? I mean, let's be honest there. God damn, why is this thing not? I want to look at the replies. Only the replies, not. Why is it doing that? Just the replies. Where did the replies go? That's exactly what I was thinking. You made your choices leading up to your situation now. And at the time, I believe you chose what you thought was right. So it's best to live with those decisions and grow from this as you can figure out yourself. Maybe you'll grow closer one day as friends or something else, but for now, it's better to just find yourself. All right. I mean, I guess. It looks like you don't know what you want. A sort of butler, he's not your brother. Yeah, I really don't know how. I'm sorry, I don't really know too. Maybe better for me to leave things as they are, not mess things up even further. Of course, he's more distant from you. How could he be able to find someone else to be with? Uh, I was in a long-term relationship when we broke up. She cried about feeling like she was losing her best friend, yada yada yada. She initiated the breakup. Found out later she was cheating on me and had almost called her a couple of times, but that doesn't matter. She wanted to stay friends, likely to keep me on the back burner. I explained I had plenty of friends and that's not what I was looking for with her. You're probably on the same boat, but he isn't pulling you all the way back yet. What? What? Leave him alone. You have jerked him enough already. I have zero doubt that you will bail on him again the instant one of your friends says anything about it. Haha, that can't be real. Of course things change. Even if he didn't want to be in a relationship with you before, how could you expect him to respond to you ejecting him when he didn't ask for a relationship? He clearly did like you though, and you rejected him. So he isn't going to want to be as close to you because it will only get him hurt and rejected again. He switched from being someone who wants to be with you to just a friend. What should you do? I don't know. Do you want to date him? Ask him out? If not, just respect the friendship because he clearly is. Okay. I understand how and why things changed between us, but it still sucks. He was the closest to me in our group. Sharing deep convo was our thing. Now though, our conversations are shallow, and he only reaches out when he thinks I agree with him over something he finds absurd in the group chat. We usually do agree, then end the conversation and go weeks for months without talking. You're right. I should just accept the changes and be grateful he chose to stay in our circle, especially considering what happened. I don't want to be selfish by wanting more from him, especially when I couldn't offer more before myself before. If I eventually realize that I like him, would it be inconsiderate to tell him, given he's moved on, it might disrupt his progress? What? His what? What? I panicked immediately, told R to forget about it, insisting I didn't have feelings for him and it was just the alcohol. Since then, R has been distant. The closest is gone. Rejecting him once or twice as you did before is one thing. He could come back even after that, as you realize. But boy, did you go the extra mile on this one. If it weren't for the fact that you guys share friends, he probably wouldn't want to stay in contact or even just friends with you after that. Even if you were the one to ask him out this time and he agreed, he would likely always wonder whether you turned them down before because you had your eyes on other options. That would that would you would thought were better and only came back from and those what I can't for some reason I am not my brain is not processing this last part of the sentence. Hold on. Because you had eyes on other options that you thought were better and only came back to him when those didn't work out. Got it. Yeah, you know what? Now that I think about it, with H back then when when she was drunk and she told me to do it, and then I told her I'll wait until you're right of mind to do it, and then she rejected me after that kind of thing, or at least tried to bury it. That shit actually started the me kind of being like, you know what? I still like this girl, but and then to yeah, she's cool. To all right, it's whatever. you know so yeah, that did kind of, yeah, that was the turning point. I guess that for him, that was the turning point, is when she told him, after that, when she had clarity of mind. I'm doing air quotation motions. Yeah, it was really terrible. I said stupid things to prove my other friends that they were wrong at the expense of hurting R. Just to be clear, I turned them down the first time because I was in a relationship. He knows that. Then turned them down the next time because I just came from a breakup. I wasn't used to dealing with someone whose feelings for me like that. I came from a long-term relationship, you see, the only relationship I ever had. It was a no-brainer response back then to turn down every confession with sorry I have a boyfriend as compared to being single. And I still believe then that I shouldn't risk our friendship, especially because I was a mess. So there's that. Oh shit. Who the fuck cares what you could or couldn't offer before? If you like him, ask him out. If he says no, then just stay friends. If he says yes, then you get a chance to see if this works. I would not be consider inconsiderate to tell him as long as he's single too. Otherwise, yeah, dick move. Yeah, this is the thing, right? Like you being on your indecisiveness with the way that you're talking about it, and mind you, the way that she's talking about it, bro, or gals, whoever's listening, this sounds like some shit. This sounds like some shit that is gonna be with this person for the rest of their fucking life. So instead of playing all of the games, you call this is what I was gonna say, right? What she needs to do, and she needs to call them, and she needs to put everything straight out on the table. It's that easy. It's that fucking easy. Put everything out on the table. Oh, if he has a girlfriend, now you wait. He waited for you. What is this fucking Friends? Is this Rachel and Monica? Was it Rachel and Monica? Wait, no, those are two girls. Isn't it Ross and Rachel? Is that what this is happening right now? Like it's like listen, this is one of them rare scenarios, right? Where it's like, what's the worst that he can say? If he says no, then you'd be like, I'm gonna respect your no just like you respected my no. And you don't push it, but you just stay there and you slowly creep your way back into that person's life. As long as they don't get serious with somebody, you just stay there. See what happens. If he says yes, you find out what it really is. But it sounds like you clearly like the fucking dude. If he says he's in a relationship, then you go, all right, and you just plot. You plot like evil Kermit from the Muppets, right? Like evil Kermit that looks like a Jedi, like that looks like a Sith from the Muppets, right? You just sit there in the corner and wait. In the darkest shade of a well lit room. You just sit there and you wait. Why not? All other females are doing it. I don't get it. You better chameleon. You better get your chameleon on, girl. What? Oh yeah, I was thinking that too. I won't say a peep about my feelings if he turns out to be in a relationship already. That would be disrespectful. Yo, what the fuck? No, it's not. Am I bugging? Oh yeah, I was thinking that too. I won't say a peep about my feelings if he turns out to be in a relationship already. That would be disrespectful. Man, you better you better you better thank the older ladies who came in and they staked out their relationships. You better stake like what is this? Dude, stop being a dick. Negative. Negative. Shut the fuck up. Well, he should have gone. Look, yo, they're downvoting this dude. Well, he should have made it clear he only wanted to be her friend to get with her. Yeah, these people ain't hearing that shit. It's real sad to think about it that way. I really cherished our friendship either. I don't think you did. You've been extremely selfish in this friendship. I hope he finds someone who will treat him with love and respect he deserves, not someone who will cut bait and run when confronted with their feelings. I would never have talked to you again after the party incident and you rejected me because others saw that I actually like you. And then the age difference, seriously, it's 3 years. You aren't in kindergarten. 3 years is nothing. Yeah, it's true. 3 years is nothing. What? The party incident was a mess indeed. It was a thoughtless move. I was still trying to figure out my feelings back then and got beat into it by other friends who was already dictating that I completely went against my own friendship code. And yet again went for a younger dude, which was a reference to my ex being younger. Any mention of my ex at time was still sensitive topic for me. And I didn't want the comparison. So I got really defensive and just retracted from trying to figure out my feelings into straight up denying all of their assumptions by completely denying ever having feelings for him at all. It was really horrible. I did such a dick move trying to save face. Just a little for your information. Age gaps are a big deal in our culture. Oh, what the fuck? Wait, what? What? What Who? Wait, who? What culture is it not okay for the girl to be 3 years older than the guy? I can only think of Muslims, and those motherfuckers like girls that are like 3 years old. So what the fuck? Shout out to my Muslim followers out there. Oh yeah, time to chop off some heads now, huh? Bet you mad. If the shoe doesn't fit, let it let it fly. Uh what the fuck? What is this grandstanding this person's doing, bro? What? It's disrespectful for younger people to call an older person with just their name. Even the age gap is just a year. What are you, Asian? OP, Nana, or me are Opa if he's older. And as sexist as it is, it's kind of more culturally accepted if the male was older here. Also, in the org setting, it was already a fourth year stu. I was already a fourth year student when he joined as a freshman. I basically trained and guided him together with the other freshmen, so I kind of developed this big sis image to these kids. Well, then you better start playing Sweet Home Alabama. Yeah, this is so dumb. This is dumb. This is dumb. Am I the only one who thinks that this is dumb? This is fucking girl. You better go get your man. Like, you know what's crazy? I've seen people form relationships over much less, much less. I'm pretty sure if you put everything on the table, if you ask him, is he with somebody? Those feelings don't go away. Guys don't just stop. I'll say it even more. I think men are more sensitive than women. I think women are more emotionally unstable than men, but I think men are more emotional than women. For the most part, I think more men are more emotional than women. And the thing is, we've been taught that we have to hide that because we do. You can't cry in front of a girl because most women will leave you after that. This is just a fact. You'll be seen as weak if you show your vulnerabilities. Um, but the thing that stays the same is that not a dog, but when a man loves a woman, it can be years. It can be years. That sticks with them. You know how many men get hurt one time and they just completely stop playing the game? I know personally because I'm one of them. I got done filthy. And I ain't gonna get into details, but the whole story, a man gets hurt and that shit sticks with him and that shit'll resurface in the like and 13, 15 years down the line. Absolutely. That shit does not disappear. And his feelings for you hasn't disappeared either. Put the shit on the table. Put your hand out. Put your fucking hand out. Because he did all of the shit that he had to do in the beginning. You shot him down. Now, you put yourself out there. And who knows? You might just end up with somebody who's your soulmate. And you were just a little bit too stupid to realize it. Anyway, guys, I'm up out of here. I catch you later. Leave the comments, leave the likes, leave the dislikes. I don't give a shit. Fuck you. I'm out. Peace. Chicken grease.